The sheep and the pigs all need food, but I really want to hang this gate before it gets too hot. I'm not gonna lie. And I just want to see what it looks like because it's gonna be really pretty. Oh, feed animals or do chores. A little difficult choice. Plus Dolly's gonna scream until I feed her, so let's just go do it. Goodness. Oh, sorry, Izzy. You're welcome. I actually didn't mean to do that. She bobbed when she should have weaved. There we go. Y'all are so pretty. So pretty. I remember a couple weeks back when somebody said those were Nubian goats and not sheep, and I sounded like a whatever because I kept calling them sheep and they're clearly goats. That person must not watch my channel because I clearly called you out and kind of poked fun of you because you poked fun of me first, you know, tit for tat. But 3 or 4 days ago, that person commented on Ray's channel. Just 3 or 4, I mean, it's been like 3 weeks since I made that video. The sheep have been here a month and they commented on Ray's channel, telling her that I sounded silly. I'll post a screenshot right here if I can, but yeah, just that I sounded silly because these are clearly goats and I keep calling them sheep. I'm like, oh my goodness. People. Man, are you guys ready? This view. This is the day the Lord has made. Amen. My goodness. Wow, love the windshield wiper fluid hose hanging down. That's custom right there. That's custom. Oh, and by the way, I'm getting the new iPhone because that's what I record with mostly. And my current phone is 2 years old. I mean, I'm a big nerd, but there's really no reason to upgrade every year unless they come out with something that's dramatically different, and they don't. It's typically every 3 years. But this camera I'm currently using, the battery, I've got like 50% battery life in a couple of hours, but I use it every single day. So it's just ready, it's time. But what that means for you guys is, there's a parasite on my eastern pine. Yarr, get off of there. But anyway, what that means for you guys is, zoom is about to get a lot cooler. So when we come out here and we take these distance shots, you're gonna be able to see the cows a lot clearer because the camera is significantly different than the one I'm using. That'll be here Friday, so the first video will be Saturday. So next Saturday will be the first video with a new camera. Yeah, look at this thing. Get out of there, man. No, sir. Yeah, throw it over there. I'm gonna mow tomorrow, so it'll get all tore up. Won't have a chance to come back at us. Such a pretty tree. I'm excited. This is the first one we planted. I'm excited. Hey, and I think I might plant that ginkgo biloba right here. I don't know if it's biloba, but it's ginkgo. I might put that ginkgo out here up against the fence a little bit. And yeah, I wonder what their root system does. I mean, we do have a water line right there, but it's just a PEX-A pipe. It's not a water line. I mean, when people think of water lines, they think they're like I would imagine, I'm not calling anybody out, but I would imagine some of y'all, when you think of your own water line in your home, you probably think it's this massive pipe. It's not. I'd be shocked if it's bigger than an inch. It's probably more likely 3/4, maybe. It's not a half. If you have a half, you never get the soap out of your hair. But I pretty much guarantee it's an inch, if not 3/4. It's not like these trees are crushing these lines either, okay? Typically, what happens is there'll be a line in the ground and the tree root will grow under it, forcing the line to kind of, like, let's say it's perfectly flat, this line laying in the ground. It's got dirt on top of it, right? Tree root grows underneath it and it does that to the pipe. Well, over time, as that tree root gets bigger, the pipe starts to curl. Finally, it just busts or snaps. Well, now you got roots in there. maybe a small crack at first, but the roots are going to crawl in there because there's water. That's what breaks them. It's not like the tree root, I mean, literally, that tree root does not crawl towards that pipe, hit it, and go, oh, this is a water pipe, I'll just go through it. It's not possible. It's not how it works. Nope, you'll never convince me. Now, septic lines, lateral lines, a little bit different. Lateral lines have holes in them, okay? Tree roots do grow into them. That's why you got to get trees away from your laterals. Morning, Squirt. What's up, buddy? Sky. Tipsy. How's everybody doing? We're going to check on Bunny here in a second. You guys said she was looking swollen, and I believe it. Blue, is your mom giving you a spit bath still? Man, that's rough, buddy. Goodness. Right in front of your friends, too. Babies. Taters. Taters ain't no baby. Taters ain't no baby. Everybody's looking good. Miss Lucy. Pedro. Lily. I'll be over there in a second. Miss Bunny's right here. Good morning, Fiona. Finn, take it easy on the fence, brother. Annie. Not too puffy there. I don't know, man. I mean, she could be a little bit. Yeah, I don't see any signs, guys. But she's so hard to tell because, like, she's pretty round on the right. But last year when she had beans, man, she looked just like that. And all of a sudden it was just like beans on the ground. Know what I'm saying, Annie? You know what I'm saying? Where's your partner in crime? There she is. Phineas. Tipsy, Sky. Sisters, right here. Princess, you are so pretty. Just stunning, little lady. Stunning. So are you. Yeah. Hi. You're so little. So sweet. So sweet. Here's Lucy. Honey. Allie. Taters. Miss Glory. How you doing, young lady? How you doing, young lady? I'm coming. I hear ya. Watch out. Morning, Lily. Good morning. Pedro! Oh, hang on. We gotta share. We gotta share. Okay, calm down. Sorry. Look at him. Little squirt. That's how you know they're not hungry. That's how you know, Lily. Yep. That's how you know. And because you got a big old belly. Yep, you got a round belly. Definitely not hungry. And come see me? Oh, here he comes. Come see me. Hi. Hi, young lady. What about you, bub? Now that you know we're not trying to get at you, we can pet you while you eat. Is that fair? Yeah. Maybe a lover's spat this morning. Durner. All right, I'm so excited for this moment. So what you want is to get yourself a 3/4 bit. I get these from Tractor Supply. They're made by whoever that is. And I've used them for years. I've seen a set of instructions before that call for a 5/8 bit. But honestly, that 5/8, it's a little snug. You want your gate to be really, really stout, but a 3/4 gives it enough room to just go in there. It's not quite bigger than the thread. As long as you don't like ream the hole. You know what I mean? Like just drill your hole and then back it out. You might even put it in reverse when you back it out. Don't just get in there and crank on it and make the hole so big that it's loose, okay? Just my advice. You do you. I do think I want the latch over here, so we want the hinges over here. It just makes the most sense. Like, why would you put it away from the house or away from the door? Plus, when we had the fence here that was built by Jeremiah, this is where it latched, was over here, so I'm just used to it. So we want to drill our holes over here. We want to get them as dead center as we can. It's going to be a pretty tight fit, but that's what you want, because you can always give yourself some relief. Like, we're just going to hang this where we want, and then as far as where that latch is going to sit over here, if we need to, we can always take some off of here, and you can always add some as well. But you want a pretty tight fit. In the past, I've hung a couple of my gates too low, and that's great for pigs, goats, and sheep and things like that. Sheep, things like that. You want enough room that it'll swing, and if you ever put dirt in here or base rock, which we probably will do base rock, it's not very rocky right here because we brought in a lot of dirt. Back there, it's extremely rocky, so I wasn't worried about ever having to, add in some rock. But they're more likely to go over it than they are under it, unless it's a calf. But if they can't get under that, that's how high you can make this gate over here. So I'm gonna hang it not crazy high, but I'm gonna give myself probably 6 to 8 inches off the ground so it swings freely both ways. And always remember, gates are the only thing that should swing both ways. You heard it here first. There we go. Now, clearly, that does not go all the way through. So you take your little eyeballs, or if you're my brother Kyle, you get out your compass, your protractor, your ruler, your stethoscope, your x-ray machine, take a day off, think about it, sleep about it, talk about it, make a video about it. And then you come out and you drill your hole from the other side and you just get lucky. Hang on, I'm not that good. This part always makes me nervous. Whew, money. There we go. Now we gotta do another one down there. Yeah, see? 3/4 is the way to go, man. By the way, these are the best levels in America. Changed my mind. So I got one hinge in. So what I use is find a log, find a rock, find a cutoff from one of your posts, and we're gonna move that post or put dirt underneath it until we get this to sit level. It's like it needs to come down a little bit on this side. So, yep. And that's magnetic. I love those things. Mom got me those for Christmas. Grandma. Nope, still more. Goodness. Not much. Hang on. You got to watch it because, man, you'll take away like a 1/4 inch of dirt and it'll be perfect. And then it's harder to get it back online. Whoop. That's pretty good. We want it right there. I really do want this perfect because we're going to see this gate 24/7. We're going to call it right there. And I'm still a little high on this side, but what does every gate want to do? Sag. So we're going to leave her high on this side and just allow for a little bit of play in it over the years. But the nice thing is these are Tartar gates. Now every gate is this way. Tartar actually makes like every single gate anywhere. They're just rebranded. There's another company that makes a few. These were on sale, like I said, but anyway, this hinge is always adjustable, so you can always move it up and down. Your bottom hinge is not adjustable, so that's the one we got to make sure is on the money as far as high and low. Not necessarily even level, but you can't go any lower or any higher than your bottom hinge. Look at her. She's looking for a place to lay an egg. Because she was laying in that grassy mess that I just mowed the other day. I didn't mow this because I got to pick up cord and some wire. But look at her. She's over here scratching around trying to lay an egg instead of going in the perfectly good coop with a nesting box. You did not. You stinker. You stinker. Well, I've been looking for 10 minutes. I don't see anything. I know she did. I know she did. Yeah, we both know what you just did. Everybody knows. You're gonna teach the rest of them to do it too. Oh, chickens. Whew. 2 tractors, skid steer, trailer, truck, 16-year-old No, just carry him. All right, ready? Oh, that's a good looking gate right there. That's a good looking gate right there. Yeah, let me back up. Get the full picture. Woo! It's as level as it gets, trust me. It looks really good. I like it, man. See my tripod right there? It's a good tripod. 70 bucks. Doubles as a seed spreader. After installing this top pin, I didn't like how it looked. So I turned the pin up. It should be turned down. But did you guys know that the gate on the old 20 acres that hung for 2.5 years? For 2.5 years, it hung out there with all our animals with both pins up. Never got popped off. Not once, man. Never got popped off. Actually, there was one time when the fire department had to show up, if you know, you know, and they actually just lifted the gate right off because one of the pins wasn't turned down. Think about that. It's gonna stay like this. I'm gonna hit that with a little black spray paint to protect it. But I did angle my hinges a little bit. I always do, always, because it never fails. They always sag a little bit after a while. But that's why I use these big old obnoxious, I think these are like 16-inch hinges. And that way you can make tons of adjustment. But they're both pointed up. Haters gonna hate. I'm gonna get called out about it every single time this gate is in a video, man. But just don't believe everything you see on the internet, man. Just don't. It just ain't worth your time. Woo. Well, oh wait, hang on. That looks silly. Hang on, you guys ready to make a cut? Get you a final shot. How's it look? Miss Ray just came and gave it the stamp of approval as well. Pretty slick. Not going to cut the tops of those off yet. I still want to give them just another, like the end of today will be 48 hours since the posts were set. And I'd rather not vibrate the schnoz out of them and do all that until they're completely set, hardened. This bracing will help. So just going to leave it like that for a little bit. Plus, I don't know where we want the height yet. So I hate to lop it off. I mean, obviously it can be cut down to that high, but we want to make sure that these two posts are even. Even if that one drops, we want these two posts to be even because that's what you want. Your gate's always kind of more pronounced, if you will. Gate's in there like swimwear. I like it. Waited all summer to do this, man. Looks amazing. It's been quite a project, but it's not done. But you could, I mean, I could get a chain and put cows in there right now. But what I'll do for the latches, I have one of our 2/8 gate latches, and I'll use one of those. And if it's too tight of a tolerance, I'll just notch into it right there, and that'll make it work. You guys keep asking for drone footage, and I'm just not super big on the drone. There's no sound. Gotta be careful how high you fly because people can figure out where you're at. But one of these days we get this sucker painted and the cows are in there and the grass is green, or there's snow on the ground, one of the two. And I say paint, I mean stain. I'll come out here and we'll buzz this, I'll buzz the drone maybe 12 feet off the ground, turn that corner and go all the way down, turn around, come back for you guys. Remind me after it's stained, it's gonna be a while, but we'll get some nice aerial shots. I mean, it's really pretty. That's why we built it. It's functional, but it is really pretty. And you know, one of these days might need another appraisal on this house. You never know, property value, you know, it's crazy, man. I mean, you know, and by crazy, what I mean is if you improve your home, you get charged more. Don't get me started on that, Jack.